Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a little while. I haven't been able to really do my weekly updates like I wanted to. I have been doing a lot though, have been super busy. And we have a new addition. That's been part of the busy stuff here. We got a little tuxedo kitten. Got him last week. We've had him just over a week now. And you guys might remember the last one that we had to sadly put down. His name was Junior. We called him June. He was a tuxedo as well. Got this guy from about an hour and a half away, and that's why the drums are put away right now, and there's cat toys all over the place. So, because this guy is a little tornado, still has his front claws. So, but we do have a new addition, and it is a handful. Kind of forgot how hyper a kitten can be, and so some stuff had been put away, and haven't really been able to do quite as much as I wanted to. But I, in the time leading up to getting him, I was extremely busy working on horns, and basically just gonna give you guys an update on what all I've been doing. And this guy's name is Oreo. He is 15 weeks old, I believe. We have his first vet appointment coming up this coming week. So Pepper, the big fuzzy black one that you guys have seen, oh Jesus, haven't really had time to let those guys be together, just because we want to make sure that Oreo is healthy. So it's been kind of a pain in the ass putting him away if Pepper wants to come down, or bringing him out, and because he likes to destroy stuff. He is extremely hyper. So new shop foreman in the training. Just extremely hyper right now. So I'll try to do a video with him out. He likes to climb and jump on me, so hopefully we can avoid that, because his claws are sharp. So I'm just going to kind of do a talk about what I've done up to this point this season. Still haven't really honked anything yet. I did get my one customer horn that I had left done and tested. Other than that, that's about all I've honked so far. Just been super busy. My goal this season was to just catch up on some projects that I had building up since last year, like some of this stuff, some of these K5HLs that I really need to get clean. You guys can see nothing has happened there. But the manifold for the 108K K3L, that's got the 483. I did get the bells done on that, and those are actually sitting over here on the shelf, ready to go. You guys can see they cleaned up really nice. Everything is unpainted underneath all the gunk and soot. I'm being attacked right now. But you guys can see those shined up really nice. So those are just kind of waiting. Something else you guys might notice is we have a horn back that another one that I regrettably sold, and then ended up buying back with a trade for some work. So I got my 10K, and some of you longtime subscribers will remember this horn. 10K square tag CN K3L. So for some of you that really pay attention to my videos and have seen this horn in the past, you guys know this horn. When I got it, it originally had a Sandcast K3, or a Sandcast 3 bell, and I donated that to a good friend of mine so that way he could do a pretty cool project. And then this horn kind of didn't really have a 3 for a while. I ended up kind of swapping some stuff around and putting just a 80s 3 on there. I really didn't have much for 3 bells that I could put towards this project. And so when I got it back, I pulled the 3-bell that I had off of it and put a CN 80s 3-bell on it. So it's all original CN parts. Oh god, I'm being climbed. And so this horn should sound pretty good. It does. I need to go back and do some work to it. Some internal work, cleaning stuff. So, but definitely excited to have that one back, because that was one of my earlier horns in my collection. So really stoked to have that back. Other than that, not too much on the K3 shelf, you guys. And let's see, we have a mystery horn that I can't really talk about yet. Built that one. Long story short, that was the... God, the light sucks here. That was the raised letter K3L that I had built and tuned, you guys heard. I said I was going to keep it how it was. Of course I didn't. So, I got a neat bell combination there that we're going to try. So you guys get to see that. But kind of how I've come to why all these horns are apart right now. And you guys have seen in more recent videos that I am dealing with corrosion coming back, and I want to completely erase that as an issue. So what I've been doing is taking a lot of horns apart that I had done. If there is new corrosion in them, cleaning the new corrosion out, and then treating it with aluminum specific anti-seize. So that's been my task. And I'm sorry for the light, guys. These lights are just terrible for camera. So we kind of started with my 2 raised letter K5 HLA hybrids. I swapped some stuff around on those. Kind of changed a couple things. Built them as newer horns. So one is 117K, and I can't remember what the other one is. They're both higher serial numbers. They have the curved letter back caps. Those are completely clean, re-cleaned on the inside, treated with anti-seize, and reassembled with anti-seize on everything. So we got that taken care of. I went through all of my K5 LLAs and changed a few things. Can you stop attacking me? And treated that with anti-seize, put them back together, re-cleaned a few things, changed a few things up, try to get stuff a little bit more error correct, especially with this one here. So you guys got to see some of that as I was working on it. A couple other things that I've done are these 2 horns here. I have a 2005-2006 era parts built K5H, and then a new, not super new, but I believe this is 107K all era correct parts built K5H. So I have 2 K5Hs in the collection now. This one I built just before I started doing the corrosion prevention. So I got to go back and do that on that one. That one does have anti-seize in it, keeping corrosion away. And then pretty much after I got cut up on some of that stuff and got my buddy's horn done, then I went into go mode with all of my older K5 LAs. Stop it. Oh my god. This is what I have to deal with while I'm trying to do a video. Let go. So this is a huge scope of work to re-clean every single one of these horns. including ones that I haven't even gotten to yet. Eventually, all of my horns I'll go through and treat with anti-seize and just completely erase the corrosion factor on these. So basically how I'm doing this, since this is, it's 7 K5 LAs of all different eras, couple 90s, couple early 2000s, 80s, early 80s. That one's a K5L. It's the only K5L in that whole group. The rest are all LAs. Some of them you guys have seen. All of them you guys have seen if you just remember kind of what they were and where they were when they were assembled. But taking all these apart and one by one treating each bell with anti-seize in the power chamber. Back cap, when the bolts go back in, those are going to be anti-seized. So a lot of work in re-clean and treatment on these. Basically how I'm doing it right now is I'm going through and taking care of all the 1 bells, get those done, and then I'll go back and take care of all the 2 bells, and then I'll go back and take care of all the 3 bells, and so on and so forth. Basically do the taller bells, since they are a little bit harder to clean. They're kind of bigger to hold in the sink. So a lot of work just to make sure that I do not ever have to deal with new corrosion coming back. I did test with my friend's horn that I put together for him. Tested to see if the anti-seize would affect the sound of the horn. The anti-seize does not, and I put it on very thick and messy in the power chamber. So I'm not dealing with it really affecting the sound, so that's good. That was something that I really wanted to test because it is kind of a thicker substance. But normally these horns kind of get caked up with a bunch of stuff, and as long as they're not too wore down, they still sound pretty decent even with a bunch of crud in there. So, but I'm not going too crazy with the anti-seize. I'm making sure to just put on a nice thick layer. Make sure it's clean, looks good, and it's not a stupid amount going in there. So yeah, guys, every single one of these bells, I've done a few already. I've done a handful of them, so not every single one, but just me general, I am having to go back and take apart every single one of these horns, take apart every single power chamber, re-clean it, whatever that takes. If I have to scrub it with a scrubber, with a wire brush, if I have to do Scotch-Brite, each nozzle ring is being cleaned with, as a finish clean with 0000 steel wool to clean the nozzle rings all up. Some of the horns I've done that on, some I haven't. But all these K5s are having that done. So while I am doing all this work, I am making sure I'm taking care of any little thing I want to while it's apart, because I don't want to take these apart anymore, at least for a long time, a real long time. So like for my square tag Amtrak K5LA, I'm going to strip the blue off of that manifold. Try to make that just a nice unpainted piece like the early 2000s Amtrak K5LA is. I have the original 5-bell for this horn that I want to try. It's a big bore. I had it remachined. Excuse me. Had some issues with bolt holes on it. Had those all fixed. And so that bell, I want to strip the paint off of it, get it unpainted like the rest of this stuff, try to put that back on, see how it sounds. Hopefully it sounds better now that it's tuned back up. So yeah, just a lot of little things that I'm trying to take care of while I have all these horns apart. And so it is a very labor-intensive, very time-consuming process. And with this little tornado, it's impossible to do while he's out because he likes to get into everything. And of course, I don't want him getting in PB blast or being in the sink while I'm trying to clean parts. You know, I don't want him getting anti-seize on him, so a lot of this work has to happen while he's put away, and there's not. We try to have him out as much as possible right now, just because he is put away quite a bit during the week while we're at work. So it's very slow going. This is not how I saw my horn season going, but with the impending corrosion that just seemed to keep coming back, that had to be dealt with, and I want a long-term fix because I don't want to take these apart every year and re-clean them. So the anti-seize is, in theory, it should work. Like I said, I am going to honk a lot of these once they get back together, and then I am going to let them sit over the winter. We'll reopen, and there shouldn't be any new corrosion, in theory, so it should work. Especially once power builds in the chamber, it should kind of impregnate the metal a little bit better than I can. I am applying this stuff, the anti-seize, with Q-tips. Q-tips just kind of seem to be best. A paintbrush, I can use a paintbrush, but it's not going on how I want it to. I want to like really get a nice, not too thick layer, but not too thin layer, and the Q-tips seem to be able to kind of control. I have a little bit better control on how thick the anti-seize is going on in the chambers. I can show you guys on this one, since it doesn't have bolts right now. You guys can see back caps, insides of back caps are being treated. You can see on the non-machine surface, I went a little thick, little messy, not too worried about that. And then try to lay it on a little less messy on the machine surfaces. And then the diffuser ring is kind of blocking it, but you guys can see thin layer on the bore. The outer wall, you guys can see that's caked on pretty good. And then down in the bottom that you guys can't really see, it's on there too. So just a lot of time in re-cleaning each part, and then making sure that I just get all the surfaces that I want to coated. We are going to be coating the feet, so that way we don't have any corrosion happening between the manifold and the bell itself. Every bolt is getting anti-seize put on it. Diffuser ring bolts are getting it. Back cap bolts are getting it. Foot bolts are getting it. Everything's getting it, because I don't want any corrosion happening at all. And because this is my idea for a good long-term fix for this issue. It'll keep the internals of the horns in good condition for a very long time. Excuse me. I don't get a lot of water or a lot of moisture through my air lines, but I know I am producing moisture when my compressor is compressing. Every time I use my compressor, I always make sure to drain the tank afterwards, drain all the water out of the tank. So that's not just sitting in there rusting away my tanks. So I don't have air dryer, so I don't have the ability to really completely cancel all the moisture that's coming into these horns. So this is my fix for this, to where I can honk a horn, and I don't have to re-clean it every time after I honk it, because it is a lot of work. So basically just trying to preserve the collection. You know, I want these horns to hold up for a very long time, and not need to replace parts because they get so corroded that I can't do anything with them anymore. So that's my goal. It's a big goal. It's a huge task. A lot of horns to work on. Still a lot to do after I get these done. As of right now, with how my time is kind of going between work, between dealing with our little new addition to the family there, and I'm not gonna get done what I wanted to get done this year. If I can get these 7 K5 LAs treated and back together by the end of August or by the end of September even, I would be happy. I will do honk videos, just I'm not doing them right now because it is very hot, it is very humid. I don't feel like putting my compressor through all that heat, so I will wait until I get a lot of this stuff done, until it gets a little bit later. The temperatures kind of cool down, we're not so hot and humid. I hate running my compressor in really hot, humid conditions, and that's exactly what we're having right now, is really hot, really humid conditions. So I am sorry the honk videos are going to be kind of delayed for a while. That'll also kind of help the amount of moisture that's being bypassed into the air. So just to kind of help everything. So like I said, not really what I wanted to do this year, but is it necessary to save and preserve this stuff? Yes. And that is my goal in this hobby, is to save and preserve. You know, I want all of these horns to last, ideally forever, but you know, once I'm dead, whatever. But I at least want everything to stay in good condition, clean, no corrosion for the rest of my life. So that's what we're working on. So, still a ton of stuff yet to work on in there too, so it's just never-ending projects. I'm already planning projects for next season, because this season is already closer to an end than what I want it to be, and I have just so much to do in a fairly short amount of time. So, like I said, I have been working on horns. It has been busy. Just a lot of life stuff going on between work, new kitten, just this whole corrosion deal that I'm constantly dealing with. So yeah, I do apologize, guys, for the not so steady amount of videos that I wanted to do. I am sorry that my honk videos are going to be kind of later. But like I said, I'm doing what's best for the horns. Taking my time, making sure they're clean, corrosion free, and making sure that I'm not putting my compressor through harder conditions than what I need to. I'm not dependent on YouTube for money. I make videos just to kind of share what I do. It's not like I have to make a honk video or I'm not going to get paid. Very small time YouTuber. I'm never going to make money off of YouTube. That's why I don't worry if the radio's on in the background. I'm not worried about copyright shit. I don't care. It's just a small-time channel. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. I love answering questions. You guys know this. I've talked about my K-horn specific page that I created on Facebook. I've had some more people join. I'm trying to keep that a pretty small group, just so it doesn't get like super crazy and out of hand. That's why I kind of made it just a certain horn specific. So I talked about that a couple of videos ago, or a little while ago. So, but that's it for this video, guys. A lot of talking, a lot of explaining what's been going on. Hopefully you guys are having a good summer still. Still quite a bit of summer yet to go. So hopefully I can get that guy to calm down every now and then and get some more work done. So, but yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the update. Like I said, really sorry for not doing the steady content that I wanted to do. But I'm trying to bring you guys stuff when I can. So yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, take care.